This is a picture of the damage that carpenter bees can do to exposed wood. If left unchecked, they can do some pretty good damage to some wood. Time to do something about it. Welcome to Ray's Toolbox. Today I'm going to make some bee traps to help catch the carpenter bees that's doing the damage. I took some cedar wood and cut them into strips on the table saw. After ripping all my lumber into the strips that I needed, it was time to cut them to length. For the front and back, I made the pieces 5 inches tall, and they was already ripped to 3 inches wide. For the two sides, I made them 3 1/4 inches tall, and they had already been ripped to 1 7/8 inch wide. On the front and the back pieces, I marked the center line and then simply cut 45 degrees on two sides to make the slopes for the roof. When I cut these strips on the table saw, I did bevel one edge at 45 degrees and cut them to 2 7/8 inches wide at the widest point. Then on the chop saw, I made them 4 inches long, so the inside underside of the roof measured 2 1/4 inches when I got finished. There was some finish on both sides of a lot of the boards, so I did go ahead and sand off the finish on the outside since this was cedar. I made a jig to hold the pieces while I drilled a 1/2 inch hole in the sides. I set up the tri-square next to me so I could judge the 45-degree angle that I wanted to put on the hole. After all my pieces were ready to be put together, I used the staple nail gun and stapled the 4 sides together with 1.5 inch staples. I used the same length staples to fasten the roof. Just a word of caution for everybody, be sure your fingers are out of the way when you use the staple gun. Keep them back as far as your staples are long. The good news is I did not find that out the hard way. I remembered that from shop class. The quart-sized canning jars fits this just perfect. The lid, I used 3/4 inch staples to fasten them in place. To make it so you can hang these up, I took a coat hanger and cut it down to the length I thought I needed. I drilled a hole down the center of the roof, and then I took a couple of pliers and bent a loop on one end so it wouldn't go through the hole and pull out. The other end I formed a loop on so I could hang it up. It isn't the prettiest thing that I've done, but it is functional. That's what I was after. The good news, after these were hung up, the damage was stopped from progressing any farther on the exposed wood that we had. This is a simple method to get rid of some of the carpenter bees. The good news is the other beneficial bees and wasp and things, they don't get hung up or trapped inside this. So that's good news. thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you on the next one.